First, I want to say thank you to all of the collective, the tarot card readers who have been receiving telepathic downloads from source and sources, and the army that sits right on top of us, the people who have been warning a lot of people about this black magic situation. And apparently you all have been asking a lot of questions, and I'm pretty sure some of you have received some downloads. Everybody knows about ascension. When I'm speaking to the spiritual ones, truly spiritual ones, who have ascended and who have done the work to clear their genetic, karmic. I want to say genetic, but it's karmic, genetic. That it's in your DNA. You know, these imprints that have to be removed to unlock your powers. And once you do, I just want to let you guys know, as a gift from me to you, keep unlocking. You're going to get telepathy, and then you're going to talk to source. You're going to ascend. You're the ones. You know who you are. You don't need to tell anybody who you are. It's crazy because they say it was already written, but just not in the books that we have. We're the guys with the outdated books. These books have been plagiarized, so you can't trust everything in it. You have to be one with source, one with yourself, in order to even discern what's real and what's not. And this path alone, every spiritual person knows how complicated it can be to the untrained eye and ear, and the followers, the blind, the numb ones who can't feel, the ones who have not done the work to unlock their DNA don't even need to be even here. You can leave. You should leave now. This is specifically for the ones who have done the work. I don't need you to comment. I don't need you to do anything. You don't even need to like this post. If you know anything about what I know, it is just best that you spread the word kindly, creatively, and protect yourself. But I do have great news in the next video. So yeah, as I said in the last video, as you come into your telepathy, you're going to open up a telekinesis. If you haven't already done it, and you're starting to notice the synchronicities and the events where things will just fall. I don't know, I had a situation where I just wanted to have a little bit of quiet and the lights went out. I picked up a piece of mail the other day and I said, hold up, was that a bill? I just thought it was a bill. And the TV shut off. Like, your telepathy is going to kick in. You're going to start hearing what you already should have. You should have already unlocked your clairaudience. You've already been hearing. So now you're going to hear on another level. And we'll get into that one day. But this is about the download I got from Source and all the Ascended Masters. I mean, there's so many entities out there. We might as well just say everything's real. So when I say out there, I mean out there, like right here on top of us, out there. Like outside of yourself. That's how close it is. Black magic was the mark of the beast. I'm just going to put it out there. There's a story behind it. And I'm going to try to shorten it and make it very clear. It's going to confirm a lot of tarot card readers' concerns. I've been getting a collective like overall, like everybody's talking about this same thing, and it's what's the mark of the beast. Everybody's afraid to have a mark of the beast. It's not a chip. Even if it is, they would actually have to find a way to encode it into your DNA. But the mark of the beast is in your DNA. The mark of the beast is a choice. The mark of the beast is a test that you failed playing with a game that was set up by a master manipulator, our brother Lucifer. Yes, lights, he's our brother. He is still an angel. I don't know how to put this because we do labels down here so well, but put some respect on Jesus' name. Put the same respect on Lucifer's name. Lucifer is not exactly who you thought he was. He ain't all together. And personally, I think he should learn how to two-step, light feet, something, because he's two left feet. I can dance around him. So that conversation goes like this. I'm sitting in nature. I'm ready for I'm giving everybody the permission to go ahead and get started. Just, not so much at a time. They're here now, and they want to express this because the war is over. The sheets being pulled back. Okay, something's being revealed to the world. A lot of things are going to be revealed to the world in 2022 that are outside of us. I want permission to put this into my words because it doesn't sound like me. All right, so Lucifer tells me this story quickly. He told it to me in about a second, but it's a very long vision to put into words. Apparently, he lived other lives. In a life, he was a very important person, which he was. I knew he was fine as hell. Just like Jesus. I knew Jesus was fine as hell. I have this theory about people being fine as hell. Something wrong with being fine as hell. People just don't like people that's fine as hell. But you don't realize that being fine as hell is genetic and manipulative. You can manipulate your fine. Everybody can be ugly. Everybody can be fine. I don't know. Anyway. So Jesus and his fine ass. And Lucifer his fine ass, he's telling me a story. Yeah, we're here. He goes, something really messed up happened here. And it made an angel cry. We know the story. We know what happened. Overall. We don't know why it happened. We don't know exactly who did it to this person, but we know who it happened to, and it did happen. And that person was left with a tremendous amount of encoded experience in his DNA, which led him to be that person, the one that worries. He understands why I worry, because he worries. He's still unlocking his DNA. It was a very, very bad event. Humiliating. Disgraceful. Okay, moving along. I'm pretty sure that Jesus you just wanted them to know that, being fine as hell is not something you need to hurt another person for being, or being envious about, right? Exactly. It's in our DNA. If it's in and he knows that I know that it's in your DNA. It's just that we live in a time where everybody will just look at you and say, you think you know everything, until they hear it from someone else. But it's always inside of you. It's always been inside of you. Your DNA is made up of some part of experiences. Experiences encode themselves into your DNA based on your reaction. Your reaction is what? Your DNA. I don't know how to put that into words. But once it's there, you have to get it out. And the only way you can get it out is if you go through it. So, in other words, if you got hit by a car and that was encoded into your DNA, you would have to come into some sort of peace and understanding with your fear. You will unlock that code, and you will no longer be afraid of that DNA. And a ton of infinite other things happen that I don't need to be trying to explain right now. But overall, you're going to get what you in the third dimension want. You'll eventually start to feel better. That goes the same way for your looks. Okay, you have to come. And it is that simple. You have to come into agreement with yourself and what you don't like about yourself. Like I said, this is for the people who've done the work. If you're still stuck in the age where you believe that another person has something better than you, then you really need to go search, seek, and get the heck out of this room. This is for people who have already acknowledged their own beauty. Many of the people watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. When they started to accept that their boobs sag, or their Peter is smaller, or their hair won't grow. Oh, well, I'll just work with it. And you're going easy. You have a peaceful understanding of it. Something magical is going to happen. And you're going to go from one thing to the other. And it shows, because there are tons of people who walk around at one age and you just know that they're just ugly and unkempt and sloppy or whatever. And you'll see them 5-10 years later and they look like something out of a magazine, and you're like, what did you do? And they unlock the code, the same code you can unlock, but you're too weak to go outside of yourself. The weak ones who do not go within, the weak ones who live outside of themselves but inside of themselves, because it would be great if you were applying the same energy to what you believe and to what you feel, hear, see, know. But like I said, that takes a lot of work. And that's why black magic was a thing. That's right, guys. I'm back on track. And I said everything that I needed to say, as Jesus said, because it all is a part of a code. They can't completely be revealed. But because the war is won, we're going to go ahead and give you the black magic. What do you call it? Blackface magic. The Operation Blackface Magic. That's what I call it. Anyway, it's not funny because the room is full of people who have been thought to have been sacrificed. Spirits, entities that have played part. The actors. They're actors. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. They're actors. The people that have summoned or summoning. Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. I'm jumping the gun. I'm sorry, because I always tell the story too early. Okay. So, all right. So, based on the fact of all this stuff that this Lucifer been through, Lucifer is very well aware of the laws, spiritual laws. Yes, they need permission to help. That's why you ask your angels. I got so good at it. I just talk out loud and ask out loud, and I give them permission often. Just the entities of light and love that work only for the greater good of Source. Sorry, I'm being told something, but we have okay, so that's hard to explain, but apparently it was already known what was happening now. A very, 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 very long time ago. Lucifer saw this and tried to plead with God not to let us go here with the angels. Yeah, apparently Lucifer saw everything happening now. The children. Yeah. He saw everything, y'all. Make you feel a little bit different about why he pleaded to God that just let the light stay here and don't let the damaged ones do their healing here. Please let them do it somewhere else. He knew about the way Earth was going to suffer, the frequency Earth was going to sustain, the pain, the great pain that Mother Earth is feeling. He saw it all. And it broke his heart, of course. It breaks our hearts just hearing a few of the stories, and we're here watching it. He said no, but God said yeah. And you cannot disobey God. Because even though Lucifer knew much, Lucifer, even though he knew, there was still more to it. But he's still emotional from all that unlocked karmic energy, trauma in his DNA from past life. He's still worried. He didn't think it was fair. I don't think it was fair what happened to us either. That's why I'm to and fro. I mean, Lucifer knows that I know that he's an accomplice. And he knows that I know that, yes, we may believe in the same things sometimes, but we're not going to do the same things about it. I get it, but I don't get it. And like I said, I have mixed feelings about this. But I do understand that. This is the part where I don't understand. And I am seeking and going to get more confirmation about this. But apparently, seeing the world that we are living in right now destroyed his emotional connection with God. He didn't get why God didn't get why he didn't want this to happen. Just like we don't get why everything is happening right now. He feels our pain. Okay? And he knows that the lights are being slaughtered. And yeah, the room is full of lights that have ascended. They're being thought to be slaughtered. All right, I fixed it because there is a gag to that. All right, so now we got that part down. And we know that Lucifer didn't want black magic attacking the world. And he knew God wasn't taking it seriously enough. So I understood where he was coming from, especially when he gave me these horrific visions of what was happening to the children that I had no clue about. Yeah, that really hit. And I understood why he pleaded with anger. Because your children was his children. Oh, put some respect on that man's name. I get it. But you did it wrong, man. You did it wrong, man. You did it wrong, man. He did it for Pac. He did it for Nip. He did it for everybody. He saw everybody. He saw everything. And it pissed him off. And I would be pissed off too. Because the angels don't see us as outside of themselves. They see us as one. They know we are all one. He felt our pain, so. Of course, him not understanding God's plan, his anger blinded him to the greater plan that God had. And he knows that, and he gets it because he's healing. He's still unlocking. But he himself knows that, and this is an energy, by the way, guys, because we're in the third dimension. We do a lot of, labeling. Him, her, he, she, whatever. But his energy was something of a kid. You tell a kid, nobody's taking this from you. Nobody's doing that to you. Nobody's doing that to you. What do? You expose it. Oh, jeez, Louise. This man exposed it. But the way he exposed it still not favorable to Source. But Source is also finding a way to figure out how we're going to work with this. Just to put it this way, Lucifer ain't quite the person you thought he was. See, Lucifer exposed what was going to happen here. And the only way he was able to do it was he already knew who was capable. He's seen your faces. He knew what you would do. He's always been a great talker. He's always been very good at manipulating people in past lives to be great, to be magical. He took his manipulation in this form and became one of the most sleaziest lawyers you will ever find. Oh yeah, an accomplice. He created a ruse. Dang all right, Lucifer. You about that thug life. I know that you loved us that much, and that's why I can talk to Lucifer easily. Not just because he's an angel, but because I have ascended far enough to be in a peace. I have a really good gift of perception, so very, very highly ascended masters will allow me to speak with censorship. Lucifer loves the fuck out of us. Lights. He loves our children. He wants this place to be peaceful. He loves music. He loves rap. He loves ebonics. He loves every language. He loves every language. He loves every style. He loves every hair. He loves every sexuality. He loves just like God. And this is the part where the gag came in. All right? He loves everything that God loves. The point was, dang, this was really a fucking gag. This was really a fucking plan. I mean, oh, man. But he also had the gift of gab, and he knows the laws, and he knows that you have to summon him. Call him for help. He knows he cannot play with your will. Bend your will. Okay? He's not out here talking lights into hell unless he already knew that you were a tainted light in the end. Then he would come for you, test you all the time. But yeah, because lights, I don't know, something about the deadly sins that opens windows to black magic energy to work. You dabble in that, you open up doors. People who don't dabble in that are considered lights. Lights really don't play with the 7 deadly sins. We don't even need to know what they are. We just don't play with the guilt, the anger, the resentment, the gluttony, the envy. We don't do all of that. We don't care about any of that. But they do. The devil knows that. And I'm sorry, he's not the devil. They have a lot of names for you. So my brother knew that. Lucifer knew that. He knew everything. So he started to play the game. And you guys lost badly. Yep. I concur with Lucifer because I once was that big sister who protected my siblings at all costs, even if I had to pick the whole world up and drop it on somebody's head. I didn't care. I concur with my bro about that thug life, but honey, it was the hate that you gave that fucked us in the end. Thank you, Pac. That hate, man. But I love you for loving me for that. And I'm gonna always give you homage for that. You saw what happened to us and you gave a fuck. And that shit made me want to cry, yo. Anyway, it pissed him off so much he just started to use what he knew. He already knew that this already happened. Something about outsmarting time. Yeah, you're in trouble for that. It already happened, so he can't have been the cause of it. But he damn sure did the lawyer thing. The whisper in your ear. He didn't bend anyone's will. But he used his gift of gab, his gift of influence, his knowledge of the 7 deadly sins, which actually caused him to be so angry about what was happening to us. Yes. That's why a lot of people do not respond to pain, anger, and craziness, because it will encode into your DNA, and then it'll stop you from being great, ascending, and you have to unlock it all over again, that's where he is. But he knows that the people who practice black magic have a tremendous amount of that in their DNA, because it's weak. It's a weakness that makes them not as powerful. But that didn't mean you didn't have power. That was the gag. The gag was to allow you black magic users to be consumed by your emotions enough to do exactly what he thought you were going to do. Knew you were going to do. Sorry, he's like, knew you were going to do. Already done. It was already done. I got some questions for you. I want to know if you even in trouble. Now it's starting to sound like one of the best plans, the greatest plans of all time. Remember, he hates what the bad people did. He knows exactly who you are. He saw what you did before you even thought of. Anyway, he already hates you. It's not the angels or the earth angels or the lights. Just you. Okay, so by now my perception is changing from Lucifer to, I'm not even going to use that word no more. We're going to call him Big Homie Stace from here out, because he's like that big bro, that big cuz that'll come and shoot up the whole party until he find out who took your car. You know what I'm saying? He the one you call for that. He willing to break the rules. He don't care what nobody thinks. He stands up to your mother and says she's going to get a license. We're going to figure this out. We're not going to stop her. We're not going to stop them. He didn't want them to stop the collective, the lights, the chosen ones. Yeah. He didn't want that. But he did it wrong, man. He did it wrong, but it's like, I think they working something out. I don't know. I feel like something being worked out. Like, somebody keeps saying this was a fixed. Oh, it was fixed. This was a fixed situation. It was a plan, a divine plan. Woo! Okay. So yeah, knowing everything that would piss God off, knowing everything that you already capable of doing, knowing everything that was inside of you, and understanding how to manipulate everything inside of you, speaking to the weaker ones, the black magic users, the sorcery, the ones who bend the wills of others in any way, shape, or form, period. We're not even gonna get into the ones who like got stupid with it, sacrificing and craziness like that, because that's I'll let you use your imagination for that one once we get through this story. He had a love for us that he just felt like everybody should have had. Kind of how like the Black Matters movement, they're screaming in a silent world. That same energy is behind what caused my big homie Stace to do this. So he started whispering in the ears of the people, using their weaknesses, getting them to do things. Yeah, because it's not a violation of spiritual law. Once you summon him, he can say whatever he wants to you. It's completely up to you to believe it. And the more untapped you are, the more easily it is for you to be bamboozled into this belief, this false belief. The false belief that you need to bend the will of others to survive. You see, the weak ones are afflicted by the emotions just as strong as Big Homie Stace is. So he knows what their anger and their resentment, those deadly sins, can do to them. I don't think Big Homie Stace knew how far they were going to take it. And it seems as if over the last 10 years, things have ramped up so much that now reinforcements are here. That's what I meant when I said 2022. This year, we're going to be seeing a lot of things outside of us. There's a lot of things that are going to be revealed to us because something happened. That is confidential. And the only thing I can really say about that happened, let's just say that what can I say? We're here. They're here. They're here because there's a big mess. It's a very big mess. It was already a mess, but now there's a bigger mess. And they're cleaning it up. The Ascended Masters. When I say Ascended Masters, just think the originators. The originators that are most trusted by Source because they've already proved infinite time, over infinite time, their loyalty to light, harmony, and balance. Yep, that's it. Light, harmony, and balance. So anyway, they're here, and like I said, this year you're going to see a lot of different things unknown to you, which is really a funny aspect because the things that we were worried about here, the worldly things, people were worried about, oh, I don't want to see a man in a skirt. I don't want to see a bald head woman. I don't want to see a woman with a woman. I don't want to see a man with a man. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't know. What you're about to see is going to make everything you were ever worried about, from racism to sexism, all of that, it's going to blow your feeble little mind. Because everything that was placed here was preparing you for what was to come. A lot of people choose to remain remedial about change and evolution and accepting all things with love, with God's love. Because God didn't ask us to come here and beg to live by the tree, eat the apple, and let the naked snake call us naked. Yeah, so Big Homie Stace had it all figured out. If nobody wants to believe, which they did not just believe, but they just chose not to focus on that energy because it's the hate that you give, the worry you give, the negative, the gray. You don't want to give anything dark to anything because it will manifest. Anyway, they didn't focus on it. But his emotions made him feel as if they didn't care or it didn't matter. Anyway, it was very clear that he needed to show them. So over time, a long time, the devil's been working hard. I'm sorry, Big Stace. Big Stace been working hard. Yeah, he always been working hard. Y'all always had that right. But he was working hard to have them see, to make what was done in the dark come to light. Okay, so, yeah. Apparently the murders, the mass murders, all this craziness, it was enough to catch their attention, but not enough to cause an alarming situation. But they were always concerned about Earth's frequency. It showed. They knew, but what he just, I get that. Like, you just feel like it wasn't enough, right? You just feel like what you're not feeling. You don't feel me though. That's what it was. That you don't feel me though energy. So anyway, so he ramped it up. He got into game mode. Black magic was the hair that broke the camel's back. That was the thing that caused the scene. He unlocked something with using black magic. The people with the false beliefs and the weaknesses The ones that lie a lot. Hide. They hide well. They're very hidden from themselves and the world. So anyway, he convinced these fools to believe in this thing. He orchestrated these actors to play their part. The actors are the beasts, the entities. They're all actors, okay? Because the moment you ascend, you work for one person and one person only. And that's what you idiots never, ever figured out. You cannot leave this place and not know the truth and be afraid to hurt Source. It's like, I could care less about controversy, worldly controversy about what happens when you die. Don't talk to ignorant people about what they think they know. You got to get close to Source and you will know. You will be completely sure, because there is no other explanation. Like I said, the blind will lead you straight to fucking hell. And then get up there looking stupid as hell, trying to explain, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? What? Everybody's so fucking devastated when they get out of this place. Because they just chose not to evolve. Chose not to treat people the way God wanted us to treat each other. Anyway, when you ascend, you will know the truth. The truth will both scare the shit out of you and free you at the same time. But the only thing you're going to get out of it is a peace of mind that everything's okay. And that's how they live out there. Our old scary asses down here, ignorant asses, they had just planned on letting us sit here and heal and unlock our codes, ascend, join the team. But we couldn't do that because big homie Stace knew that the dark energy was spreading regardless. Like I said, it shows. Anyway, big homie Stace got these actors to play you. Like I said, truly powerful people know when they're being played. They know by the energy. Shout out to Nikola Tesla. It was always about the energy, the frequency, and the vibration, because that's how we know what we're dealing with. We can't really explain it. We don't have time. By the time we get ready to explain it, we're already telepathic, and you don't really have to. So, I mean, because, Source is within you. Yes, you can spread the word. You spread the word by spreading the love. When I see a person being unjust in a situation, I'm usually that person that comes along to help them feel better, because that's the love. That's the word. So everybody that is spiritual already knows that this whole entire thing is orchestrated. Yes, it is a program, but stop thinking digital. Stop thinking digital. Some people, I tell you, big homie Stace been telling some damn lies. Okay? And I ain't gonna lie, that's not really a big spiritual law. So, spiritual laws, if you pay attention to it, it's something to do with black magic and portals and all these things. Duh. We wouldn't know because we're not ascended. We're remedial. We are just monkeys who do and see and monkey do. Not me, but I say we because we are all one. And I don't want you guys to feel outside of me, which you are not. Because a part of me lives in you, and I have made some of these mistakes myself, but I have balanced things out a lot in my life, and I am always working. You will never stop learning. You will never stop teaching. You should never stop learning. You should never stop teaching. I promise you. It was not what you thought it was. When Big Stace was like, y'all don't hear me though? He used that gift of gab. Got those actors to play their parts. And got your ignorant dumb asses and only speaking to people who play with black magic and bending the will of others, portals and all these different crazy what you think rituals. All of it was fake. Just saying, all of it was fake. And I'm about to tell you why in a minute. I need you to understand. It was you. It was you that created the things that you wanted. The good things. The bad things were as a result of the way you went about it. Thug life. It was the hate that you gave that kept you from winning. That's it. That's it. It was always there. It wasn't a promise for you to be fruitful and multiply. That was a command. It is in your DNA. But you have to put the work in. A scared person is not going to be fearless. You have to work it. So it was a rules the whole time. It was a fixed divine plan. The plan was to get the most dangerous people in the world, which already did this, by the way. He just wanted to make sure. Make it clear who you were to not just the world, but to Source and the entire universe and all of Source's trusted, most highest ascended masters. Yeah, that was the plan. You see, because the only way a person can see and feel your pain is if they're there in the thick of it. He had to get them in the thick of it. Woo. You know, because spirituality is abstract. I told you, they're out there. They're in their own place. The universe is huge, okay? They have been coming to peek in and get their minds blown for a minute. That was a part of the plan. So yeah, these actors, they had played parts. They gave themselves different types of names, and they even did the voiceovers. They acted like people. They acted like masters. They acted like family members. They acted like gods. They acted like a lot of things. And then they worked together. So, let me give you an example. Dumbass decides that she wants to set up an altar. She wants to make someone fall in love with her. This is a lighter point. Okay, I could concur. Everybody wants to be loved. You don't want to unlock your make myself lovable DNA. You want to take it. Got it. Bend someone's will. Devil's right. I'm sorry. It's Big Stace. Big Stace right. Usual. Anyway, you go out, get you an altar, you put all this stuff together, you do all these pretentious, unnecessary things. All of this is not real, by the way. And that's where you set your intention. That's a spiritual law. Yikes. Then, you commit the act. By the way, Big Stace said he ain't make nobody do nothing. Everybody always had the choice to say, is this right? Should I even do this? Should I stop? And you know what's crazy, Stace? I did that. When I did that one spell, that one time, that day, that time, and I burned it, and I did my Hail Mary, I prayed, and I even beat my own ass, I swear. I thought to myself, is this even right? It don't feel right. I mean, I'm clairsentient, but it just didn't feel right. And I didn't do it. I got a little cocky about it. So, I ain't an ugly person. Why I gotta do all this to fall in love? Bump that. Throw it away.
That's what Big Stace is basically saying. None of y'all had the guts to do that.
So Big Homie Stace makes it clear he didn't make anybody do anything. He let him guide you. He said they did not do like I did and say, is this right? What? No. They didn't care. They wanted what they wanted, and they wanted it then. That your wish was his command. And everything that you asked for of him, he provided you with. Good, bad, and ugly. He also tested a few people. That's why a lot of people could say, I used to do black magic. I don't do it anymore, because they got the test. They understood the assignment, and they're back on track, hopefully. But for the others who went way too far, the blood and the sacrifices and stuff like that, they really ramped it up with the portals. Yeah, good information used for bad intentions. By the way, back to what I was saying earlier. You're doing a love spell. That's your intention. Automatically. You already opened up your intention violation. Especially if it's to bend the will of another. Yes, bending the will of a love of another is definitely a crime. Sorry, you can't figure that out. I'm sorry you didn't feel like it didn't feel good. I don't know. Go do the work. The moment you say the words are the magic. The devil, Big Stace. Sorry. Big Stace not saying the words. You saying the words. He brought all his friends so they could fuck it up. Okay, he went Chris Brown on y'all. He brought all his friends so they could fuck it up. That's what they did, you know? They worked together. So when you said what you said and you intended to intend, and then you opened the thing, you committed the act. You committed the act by creating the intentions. These are magical things that are outside of you. You're just thinking you're saying something, but you don't even realize that you said what needed to be said. You said what you said. And now it's here. Or not. You see, because that stuff's not real. So, what Big Stace did basically was have somebody say, hey, call her. When you did the spell, he called you. Yeah, and that was because somebody else was working with him to make sure it went through, because, you know, that's the plan, you know, make you think it's working. That's it. So now that we understand intent, how easily it can work, yes, I just want to let you know, everybody that's spiritual already knows that it has to do with everything. Intention is a major power. Okay? Nobody knows that down here in the third dimension. Really? That's a lie. A lot of people know. But a lot of people that should know don't know. But anyway, you place your intentions. That's powerful. For one thing that's outside of you. Then you place your belief behind what you see. When they show you the results, because they're acting, they're making you believe. Okay? The moment you believe what you see, you get very powerful, because I don't know, you just did that part of your DNA that unlocks, like, I believe. You unlocked it, but for the wrong reasons. Because in this case, yes, you believe, that's good. But you're believing in, anyway, this is crazy. Hold on. Let me get back. Come back. All right, so when you're believing, you're creating a power, which was the thing that was the wildfire. Yeah, I didn't think the devil, Big Homie Stace probably would have thought about. Apparently, seeing is believing down here. But we also forget that you shouldn't really believe everything you see. He knows that too. Let's explain. Come on, guys, help me explain that. Okay, so yeah, it's simple as that. Simple as seeing is believing, and don't believe everything you see. Okay, so in this case, basically what I'm feeling from up there is from around here. It's saying basically like, don't believe everything you see, because sometimes that door is not being closed by you. Sometimes that man called because he was told to call. Sometimes synchronicities, that's what those are. They use synchronicities to talk you into. Yeah, it's very passive too. Synchronicities, songs, books, things you trip and fall upon. Those things are used to help you believe, which increase your power of belief in a false religion. Okay, so now that I made it very clear that the way intention is used and all that good stuff, seeing is believing and all that good stuff, this is the part where I want to just say on my own, because I am a healer and I am a wonderful fucking problem solver. If seeing is believing and you only believe what you see, and in your case, selfishly, only want to believe what you want to see, I need you, if you still have any purity left in you, any question as to what you're doing and why, I'm going to point you in the right direction. Yeah, this is Operation Save a Black Magic Motherfucker. Save a black face motherfucker right now. Yeah, because you're wearing the fuck out of that black face and you just don't know it yet. And I hate to see how devastated you're going to get when you find out everything that you did, caused, had everything to do with. Like, ugh, Lord, I am just so sick of the devastation out there. Is crazy. You need to apply the questions you ask your altar to self. Just talk out loud, like Einstein. All the geniuses. By the way, you're going to become a genius down the line anyway. So just, yeah, because as your perception starts to grow, you're going to have a high-ass IQ. That's another theory that's, yeah, anyway. You have to apply that same energy to yourself. Remove your ego. Remove the fuck out of that ego. Make it right. Whatever little bit of damage that you can reverse, make it right. Not to yourself, but in your heart. You don't have to apologize to everything. Sometimes you just have to drop off a bag of goodies. Leave it at the doorstep. Ring the bell. Run. All of that stuff is seen. Okay? There are no specifics as to how to do that. But make it right. And apply that energy to source. You have the belief. You have the power. Now route it into the right direction. Because I'm not here to persecute you and judge you. I'm only here to help you understand how important it is for you to take a hold of this shit right now. If you can. I feel a strong energy. There are a lot of people out there I can't do a damn thing for. And I'm feeling that strong right now. Oh, yeah. And on that same note of saving yourself, there are YouTubers out there who are former practitioners, whatever they call themselves, when they're doing that. They can give you a story and try to show you how to get yourself out of it ASAP. They can help you. Go to YouTube and look them up. Get your keywords together. Fix it. But don't forget to follow your heart. Go through the steps of eliminating your darks and grays so you can walk in the light. You know your darks and grays because they're encoded in your DNA. Your reactions. Things that irritate you, things that bother you, things that grind your gears. Figure them out. find peace, find understanding, unlock them, and you can honestly, you wouldn't need a YouTuber. But if you want to jump the gun and jump right on it, that's okay too. Just don't forget to do the work. But you got to get your ass out of there. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So, back to the regularly scheduled program. We have a situation where some of the most dangerous ones have open portals and all this other stuff, and they're DMT. You know, I just had a vision of somebody visiting the purple pink place, and it's like super colorful, and somebody's like, "What are you doing here?" If you had a clue, who told you that? Stop playing with unknown things. Opening portals purposely, because that's a part of the plan. What do we do here on earth when you're trying to, I can't say set someone up. You can't set somebody up if that's their intentions. You know what I'm saying? You encourage them in this case. But what I'm saying is, when a person is up to no good and you want to trap them, you want them to break as many laws as possible. You get where I'm going with this? So they can get the attention of all the officials connected to those laws. Yeah. Metaphorically speaking, he wanted you to piss off PETA. He wanted you to piss off the feminists. He wants you to piss off the president. He wants you to piss off Social Security, IRS. He needs you to piss off the FBI, the CIA. He needs you to piss off everybody. Okay, so throughout this whole entire growth of the belief is growing like wildfire, getting powerful, because their belief in it is what's making it powerful, right? Cool. But it's still powerless, because darkness has no power when it comes to light. So, yeah. Like a high school kid, he gets you to go knocking on doors, opening portals. He didn't get you. I keep saying get. He didn't get you. He encouraged you to do what you wanted to do. You asked for these powers. You asked for these things. You didn't say, am I supposed to have it? You didn't say, is this the right thing to do? No, you asked for it. Some of you demanded it, and you got it, you know. You brought all his friends. They fucked it up for you. They let you feel like it was working so you can have this thing that you wanted, that you already had, but you got it in the wrong way. So now you're knocking on the worst possible doors. You don't know, because you're not yeah, you don't know what you're doing. You're just knocking on doors, and now they're here like, hello, how the fuck did you get here? All right, Stace, you got my attention. How the fuck did that happen? So they come in and take a look, and they don't like what they see at all. The sacrifice and the blood stuff, the damage behind all of the ill intentions behind those who take the light. Not the ones who create or go within for the light. The ones who take the light of others in any way, shape, or form. They're exposed now. So reinforcements had to be made. This is the part that's on. I'm not going to speak on that, because I can't even speak on it. It's being blocked. But it feels like, yeah, damn sure feels like everything's going to be all right. But it feels like you set yourselves up really bad, emotionally charged, irreparable damage. I sit in a room outside full of the people you oppressed. It's way too many. And they're watching you get justice. So as you're knocking on all of these doors, Like I said earlier, the entity was like, what are you doing here? That's the energy they have. And he didn't have to run crying to them this time. He sent you to do it. It's obvious that you are accessing classified everything, violating laws to get there, and they want to know how the hell this is happening and why and what they're coming out and see what the hell's going on. So there you go. The originators are here to see the shit show. Okay? You, not Big Homie Stace. You, black magic, black face wearing ass fools, done woke up the wrong motherfuckers. Yes, they are under source. Yes, they go by the same laws, but they have their universe. They've done their work, and they have authority. Oh yeah, big authority. Yeah, over everything in the universe. So anyway, I mean they can choose. Anyway, moving along. They're here. You can't see them because you're in the third dimension. By the way, that's that third dimension rule. Don't be scared of anything in the third dimension. Everything here is damn near powerless. Why do you think it took us so long to ascend? Why do you think it's so hard for us to go get by here? It's limited, just like our vessels. Very limited here. Okay? So nothing here is actually powerful at all. The originators are here though. They're the powerful ones. And they're pissed at the nerve of these practitioners. And meantime, in between time, they're taking a look at all the other things that bend the will of others and all the other violations. Since they're here, they're going to go ahead and violate the whole place. And this gets me to the bad news. Bad news, but there's good news too, so don't feel bad. Bad news is you're right. A lot of people have been dreaming about the red sky. Yeah. He's gaining rapport through the most evil people here. And now the old stuff is just trickling like icing on top, and they're just done with us. They're actually preparing. The only thing that can stop them from putting out this fire is what I'm about to give you. Because that's what the fuck I'm here for. That's what the fuck a lot of us lights are here for. But I'm just going to throw it out there. So in other words, Big Homie Stace encouraged the weak practitioners, the light thieves, the energy suckers. He encouraged them to emotionally charge themselves, to violate every spiritual law. Wow. And awaken the masters for him. He needed the ultimate proof. I mean, it sure beats crying and pleading and begging. I mean, hey, I got to give him that one. But they're here, like I said. They don't like it. Like I said, I mean, they're not feeling it at all. And he knew that. He knew that if they stepped out of the abstract and came into the thick of it, they would see. They would know. And they would reevaluate his plea. Just saying. Got to give him that one. Then, the dreams. The things. I can't tell you what the hell they're going to do, but I'm going to just throw some signs so I can open your mind up to it, maybe. There's a reason why there are people who are traveling and ended up in places where there's nobody there. That's because maybe, I don't know, could possibly be a world being created for the people who are good. And I'm not going to say good, because there's no such thing as a good person. Balance, maybe, but not good. It damn sure feels like Plan B has already been set up. And that's what a lot of people are seeing. They're seeing Plan B. In the dreams, you're seeing the future. You're seeing the destruction about to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen. By the way, all you little techie guys out here, sit your ass down. Them Transformers is about to fuck all y'all shit up. They just looking like, what the fuck? Oh, so you want to rump with the big ones, huh? Okay. Sit your asses down. You ain't smart. You 3D right now, honey. You fucking with some other shit. Sit your three-dimension ass down and stop thinking you know something. You cannot save your friends. They did not pass. And if you try to save them, you're not going to pass either. Just let that go. Moving along. The only thing you do for them is to get them to go within. Everybody got to go within. We all have to do the work. Okay? Okay. All right. Can't cut no corners. You're not going to outsmart the all-knowing. They're already stepped out of the abstract. They're here in the thick of it. They see it. They're here in the thick of it, evaluating everything. Things are happening. Things are changing. People are showing things online about things. And hopefully some of this stuff will add up for you guys after a while. But, you know, they don't like what they see. Because they have come from the abstract into the thick of it. Everybody knows once you're getting the thick of it, that's where the emotion starts to, you know, they're here. They can feel what we feel. The third dimension is very limited, so we can't see them right now. Anyway, they've always been here. They have just been tallying it up, coordinating, making moves. Talk about a new earth? Sure is. Talk about that place on that video where the guy is like in a place where there's nobody there. Stop trying to explain the unexplainable. It's a place being prepared for people who deserve it. Oh, man. Like I said, lights are selfless beings. I'm so sorry that in the third dimension, behind the darkest energies of the world, it's always considered naive, easy, stupid, dumb, whatever the heck y'all turned it into. Yeah, think that. Because we will always and will always be kind, creative beings of light. We were never anything you try to make us out to be. Ever. And they know that. And now that they know what they can see, they can feel. You know, big homie Lucifer, he could just sit back and put his feet up. Yeah, Stace, put your feet up. Right now, he's just sitting back, watching what he always wanted them to see. Of course, it's bittersweet. So he's here with me. Because he's a very smart person. Yeah, I know you're not a person, but still. In the third dimension, something needed to be done. Feels like we're helping him save us and himself. It's like killing two birds with one stone type of situation. Okay, so in hopes that you understood to the best of your ability the previous videos, I had to explain to get to this point. I know there are different perceptions out there. I get it if you already got it. That's good. Now let's get to my point. My point is this. Big homie Stace. He got what he wanted. His feet is up. They see. They understand. But just like the light that lives in him, yes, he still has some light. He doesn't want to see what they're going to do as a result of the potential of the overall dark energies of the world. He keeps saying dark energies of the world. I know that it's not just black magic. I know that it's not just, but these overall, you got to agree with me. right now in 2022, the overall nutshell perception of dark energies is coming from practitioners of black magic. There are others out there, and they know who they are, and they know what to do. They should get their shit together. But anyway, he doesn't want to see what the big boys are going to do. You see, because they didn't know what they were fucking with. They didn't know what they were doing. He gives them that. He also didn't know that they were going to do that so soon. So we're going to help, right? We're helping, right, Stace? Let's help him. Stace wants to help. There is a way to make all of this shit go away. It's going to take something that you already have, but you got to be brave. Remember, weak is dark energy. That's not valuable. It will be left behind. You have to be strong in your light. You get strong in your light by increasing your understanding, abstracting your perception of everything. Your religion, what you were taught. Do like the beginning of the Bible. Be brave. Leave the tree. Yes, absolutely. Leave the tree. Okay? Metaphorically speaking, the snake is the person who taught you to not like or to like. What to like, what not to like. What to do, what not to do. They violated the law of will the moment they did that. Okay? They're already in trouble. I wouldn't follow them for that reason alone. Okay? We are here to be free. We are here to leave each other the fuck alone. We're not here to make people cry. We're not here to make people feel indifferent. Come on, give me some more specifics, guys. That's right. Work on how you're treating each other. If you don't know how to treat people, you should be alone. Praying. Evolving. Those of you who feel like you can't, remember that's a dark energy. It's weak. It's not valuable. It will not make it out of here. You know in your heart what's right and wrong. Anything outside of you is really none of your business. You should not be judging anything or anyone. You shouldn't be lusting to take something that doesn't belong to you just because you don't want that other person to have it. Like, you have so many different variations of this darkness, man. I don't even know where to begin. But do that. Go to YouTube. Fix yourself. You will be left behind. And that's the nicest way to put it. Because these people have all one thing in common. They had help from dark forces that have a dwelling. But you've opened portals for them. And that changed something. And they're attached to you. You just can't see them yet. Yeah. Yet. See, the gag is, you forgot that you're in the third dimension. You're powerless here for a reason. It's none of my business, but it was a part of the plan. The powerful ones are ascended in the other dimensions. You know, the thing that the weak people don't believe in because they can't see, and is actually not something they really want, so they could care less about it. I get your motive. I told you my perception is amazing, but that's not the point. You got to get out of your ego now. All the bullshit you were told, all the bullshit you were lied to about, you got to let it go. If you can't, that's on you. That's your free will. It's your free will to do what the hell you want to do. Just know there are going to be some consequences. I have to say, because it's not funny, but it's funny because, you know, after all of this, if you can't get it after this, I'm sorry. I can't. Like, I've already ascended now. I can't take it seriously. You're not really going to die. You're just going to go through a whole lot of pain and, you know, the shit you put out in the world. So anyway, if we so happen to manage to do this in Godspeed, you know, quickly, you can do it today, right now. Earth is going to start to heal. Somebody's going to slap the shit out of somebody that tried to make it about global warming. Fuck you mean? And Earth is going to start to heal so beautifully. Because it was always the energy, baby. It was always the energy, the frequency, and the vibration. I mean, we all could just sit down and kumbaya and laugh for about 6 hours, but that's not going to do what needs to be done right now. What needs to be done right now is something that's long. We got to prove to them we're worthy. So, I mean, because Source trusts them. He has a reason to. Don't even go beyond what you don't know. We're third dimension. We're stupid. Remember, we're remedial. We're the ones here in the training camp. An assimilation. Showing the world, the universe, who we are. Yet we have the power to change that at the speed of light. Just by changing our perception. Just by being nice to each other. Not necessarily nice, because I'm not really a nice person. I'm kind. But like I said, we have to change our ways. We have to see ourselves different. Start within yourself. Or else you will be left behind. You can't go. Everybody can't go. Everybody's not going to want to go. That's right, lights. Everybody has that choice. You know our motto. We're going to get to heaven or we're going to die trying. No, stop. But seriously, though, we really just want them to win. We all know we have a place. We all know we're fine. We're good. We're more than fine. Don't let it discourage you that you could not encourage them to be great. Do not let this be a pass or fail thing for you. You have already passed. The moment you accepted your destiny and your purpose. You hear me? You good. Okay? We good. We good. However, just like my homeboy Stace, we really don't want to see. They may have gotten the visions that we got. Everybody's seen the red sky, seen all these different things about the end. And yeah, it could be anything. But it's going to be ugly. I definitely know that. I know it's going to be ugly. I don't really like to dabble in that information. I don't play with dark energy in that. I don't have anything in common with any of the motherfuckers that's going to be left behind. I'll talk about people. I'll pick on people. I'll talk about people behind their back. I mean, I always got shitting off for saying shit to people to their face. People don't like that here. They don't want... What the fuck you talking to me for? You're supposed to talk about me. I'm not talking to you. Because I got to talk about you. Like, that's how the world is. And some of them are just going to want to stay that way. And it's okay. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your brother. Don't give a fuck about that. Because ascended people know the truth. There are a lot of things, and we are all one. Okay? They don't know They have past lives. They don't know about their past lives. They don't know about karmic debt. They don't know about any of the things that happened to them and why. And they don't want to. It's too much work on you. Work with the ones who seek. Yes, we're going to make it to where we're going. Yes, there's a possibility that if we all work together and do this shit, we will work it out and everybody will get what they want. The Ascended Masters can go home. Whew. Okay? We can feel accomplished. Earth can heal. Well, there it is. There's your answer. Change your ways. Change your mindset to fit nothing. You believe in what? Nothing. Be positive. Accept that everything around you is there for a reason. Respect it. Or at least make peace with it. If you can't do that. That causes a balance that will in turn balance the frequency of the earth. Of course, we get to not look so bad. It puts the fire out. The Ascended Masters can go home. Everybody's happy. But if that doesn't work out, because we have some pretty stubborn idiots here, and it shows. I'm sorry, it shows. Look at the frequency. I'm just saying. By the way, anybody try to come for my words, I curse. Yeah, when you hit a certain amount of ascension, there's a code that y'all idiots don't know about. When you ascend, you can speak things into existence. But when you ascend higher, you can speak things out of existence. So just as quickly as the curse came out of their mouth, it meant absolutely nothing. That's because their power of intention is so fucking strong. You wouldn't be able to fathom that. Stay in the third dimension lane where you need to be. As you want to get enlightened, do the work so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. But right now, don't worry about what I'm saying, how I'm saying it. I was told that specifically from Source. Because I'm like, you really want me to do this? He's like, no. I need you to do this. And I don't give a crying flap about what you think you sound like or how you think you're going to sound. This is the last call for alcohol. And at the end of the day, we're already prepared for the worst. We have hope and faith. And that's Source. Yeah, he has faith. Just like me. Just like Lucifer. I'm sorry, Stace. He has hope in us. He wants us to win too. All right, so in a nutshell, we know what to do. We know why we need to do it. I broke it down as far as I can go. And we definitely have a choice inside of the war that's already been won. Okay? I want to apply a little bit of a pressure on those who are still questioning. I just want you to remember, you were placed in the limited 3-dimensional realm for a reason. And that's because your power was already measured. That's why we're in these vessels. Completely limited. Okay? So whatever power you believe you have, that's where your belief is going to get you fucked up. See, because there's other dimensions. And this is where I speak to the black magic workers or whatever, practitioners, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you were able to see what maybe the actors made you see what you wanted to see. I don't know if you were able to see,
Because if you could, I don't know why you would have done it. But anyway, the dimensions will be opened. The monsters, the beasts that you now resonate with because you have the mark of the beast, which I believe is some sort of amount of darkness in your DNA, intentions, wrongdoings, sacrifices, whatever the crap you planned on doing while you were doing your thing. You can measure yourself if you like. Those entities, I can't say monsters because they're more than just monsters. They're entities, forces. And yeah, they're going to reveal themselves after all the valuables are removed from the fire. Hey, lights. Shout out to the lights. They're going to be removed. We're going to be removed. And the veil will be lifted. And you will get to see what you have done. And I've never in my life heard so many high-pitched screams. Oh my God. It's going to be so loud. That it's right. You will be begging for help. It's going to be hard for them to hear you because they watched you. All right, so they want me to apply a little bit more pressure. All right. What do I know? I know that one time I saw this guy at a club party. I was bartending, something like that. I knew of him, but I didn't know him personally. Met him for the first time. I'm a light. When he walked up to me, I knew who the hell he was. The dark. I thought immediately of horns coming out of his head. But then I look closer. Oh, somebody else's horns. They're coming up and they're sitting on his shoulder. Anyway, this person's looking at me. He's giving me a nasty attitude. I want a drink. And he's giving me this look. You know, the look that lights are not afraid of. Trying to intimidate me. Like I can scare you. But when he gave me the look, I looked back at him. I read him. Oh, okay. So you think you some kind of priestess? Oh, you think you gonna Hail Mary me to death? Oh, you gonna go in the mirror and you gonna say my name 3 times and I'm gonna fall out? Oh, you one of them types? That's cool. Did you know that you were having? Is your back hurting? I'm being sarcastic now, guys. Is your back hurting? Are you okay? Are you in pain? Shoulders? He's like, yeah, kind of, sort of. I need a bitch to massage my shit. That's how he responded. What I was actually responding to was a set of horns that came and sat on his shoulder, was drooling and gnawing on him, and he's just sitting there all confident. Motherfucker done made a deal with a demon. And it was crazy because when I looked away, the demon didn't do shit. But when I looked at him, the demon wanted to just start biting at him. Like, I'm doing this to you. Like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. This man confidently walked away, feeling the weight of the entity that was on his shoulder, thinking confidently that he is powerful when he is just a meal. That hit different. That was my last encounter before I went into hermit mode. I had to meditate a lot. Sometimes when you're facing demons, when you're facing evil, you just want to go cleanse, you know? But that was the pressure that was applied to me. That was my truth. I have a gift of knowing. I have a gift of seeing. I have a gift of clairaudience. I got the message loud and clear. They don't work for y'all. They don't like y'all. Some of them are actually your victims. All right, so in closing, yes, all chosen ones, all lights, all healers, you all follow the same white energy, white light, the good, the kind. You all have exactly what it takes. You followed your calling. You already made the cut. Okay?
You're just the ones turning back, trying to save others. And that is so beautiful. That's what's giving this right here, right now, right here, a chance. Y'all did this. Damn, that's deep. I felt that. I got goosebumps. He said, y'all did this. But for every person that called you crazy, for every person that told you to shut the hell up, every person that put you down, every person that tried to silence you, for every person that ascended unjustly, the masters are here and they've been watching for a long time. So can't nobody bust a... I mean, like I said, we're in the third dimension, so you don't see who's standing right next to you. You can't see. You're not powerful enough. You're not doing the work enough to know these things. So it's always just best to just believe that all is. You never know who you're offending. You never know who you are being watched by. Do the work, people. The lights have already made it. Like I said, they're just going back to try to save as many as they can. But they are the valuables. We, chosen ones, are the valuables that will be removed. And like I said, I can't resonate with the energy behind the works of black magic. I just don't. And I'm going to close that part out. I don't care for that. I don't resonate with those people. I don't bend the will of others. I never bend the will of others. I will encourage a person to be as great as they want to be, but I will never bend the will of another person. I will glow myself up before I make a love spell. I will go completely broke and hungry until I'm hungry enough to go out and get it. I will never take from somebody just to get on top, because that, even in the third dimension, was karmic. You did receive something bad from that. You didn't even care. So yeah, they saw it all. They saw it. So when the veils are pulled back and the things that you never thought you would ever fucking see are revealed to you. I mean, just take every horrible movie you ever watched, square it by infinity, and scream so hard that you think you lose your voice. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit this right here. Just sitting here thinking about the possibilities of what this is capable of doing. And I'm just hoping that it makes it to everybody in the nick of time. Time being the time that it's going to take before Earth self-destructs. She is... She's been in labor. She's already hemorrhaging. All of the supplies have been laid out. All of the reinforcements have been set. And metaphorically speaking, the doctors are here to cut her open and get that baby out. And if we don't find a way to stabilize her with something as simple as love, respect, harmony, be easy, be kind. It works so quickly if we all come to the conclusion that we just don't want to be, in the end, attached to the unknown entities that were called on by other people. Like, some of the people that are going to suffer are not even a part of something that bad. Like, yeah, you're going to be stuck with all of these things, most of which you didn't even call on. My clairsentience tells me there's so much injustice behind not doing the work as a collective. And when they collect all the dark energy, they're not going to separate you based on your crimes. No. You all go into Gen Pop. And there's a lot of monsters in Gym Pop. Big ones. They can't wait to tear you apart. Inside and out. Mentally, physically. These people saw you playing with their toys, and now they want to show you what else they can do. Whoa, that's scary. All right, guys, y'all go ahead and take that shit and get your shit together, because, like I said, this is my last time talking about this. I wish you the best. Try to do the right thing. It's on you.